You're watching GearUp TV.
Now, while Tom's swanning around on the static, I've just had a lot of young men clambering all over us, giving us this propeller to look at. It's possibly their security guards. They're either looking after our next guest, Roger Whyte, or they know I'm from Liverpool and might have a way with their propeller. So I'm going to keep my greasy paws off it. But Roger, can you tell us what this propeller symbolises, please?
Well, it's an award. It's called the John Whyte Award, which for reasons I have not yet understood, I was given yesterday by the NBAA. It's for lifetime contribution to business aviation, and John Whyte was the original president of the NBAA many years ago, and did a lot of things to get the NBAA and business aviation where it is today.
Well, I can understand. Roger is one of the major players. You're one of my favourite people. I really admire. You've done so much work over the years, both within Cessna and with different associations around the world. And I'm really thrilled that you're coming to join us today. Having won this, you totally deserve it. Last time I saw you in Prague, only last week. It feels like 100 years away now. Can you tell us why you got involved with the SEPA organisation in Prague?
Well, the SEPA, which stands for Central European Private Aviation Association, was founded about 7 years ago. And I've been watching its development, and the lady who founded it, Dagmar Grossman, is a good old friend of mine. And I went to one of the SEPA conventions, and then she asked me whether I would chair the next one. And that was supposed to be for 1 year, and now I've done it for 3 years. And I really do believe it's very necessary and to have SEPA represent business aviation as it's growing in the countries of Central and Eastern Europe. There is quite a lot of growth going on there. It's slow, but we have one company, ABS Jets in Prague, for instance, which has grown in a decade from almost nothing to a company with 200 people. And we have manufacturers there like General Electric, Honeywell, Aerovodovchovy. There is a lot going on there. There's a lot of infrastructure going in. There are more airplanes going in. And we need to make sure the interests of business aviation are known, the advantages, and also to be able to influence regulatory policy. And that's why I've become very much involved in SEPA.
It's a fabulous organisation, and hello to Dagmar as well. She's another leading light, and I'm a big Dagmar fan too. Roger, we were talking about, it's a very brief interview because we've got this live TV show, but I would like to talk about, before we let you go off our booth, we were talking about future developments. What's the future? We've heard so much doom and gloom about what's happening in the industry, but you've got some positive thoughts on what could happen with the young people going forward.
Well, first of all, Liz, anybody who doesn't think this industry is alive and well and thriving needs to come to the NBAA here, and they will see how alive and well it is. Certainly, we're going through a cycle, and this business has always had its ups and downs, its peaks and troughs, and we're going through one of those cycles. Maybe we made a few too many airplanes in the first millennium of the century. Now we're catching up with the utilization. Flight hours are up now here in the US. We've seen positive growth in flight hours for the last 3 months in Europe. And I firmly believe that we will come out of what we are in now, which I think is more of a plateau than a decline. And I firmly believe that we will see the fleet of business airplanes double from its current level in the next 25 years. When I got into this business a little over 30 years ago, there were less than 1,000 business jets flying. Today there are 20,000. I think we're going to see that. And coming into the second part of your question, I think the opportunities are really, really good for young people coming in. NBA is doing a lot of things. Tomorrow we have a career day from the NBA here. We did a career day in Prague for SEPA. We had 120 young people coming in who are interested in pilots' careers, technicians, flight attendants, and so on. I think for young people, the opportunities, and it's not just flying airplanes, it's everything surrounding them, all the ancillary services for fueling, accounting, airports, We also had Czech air traffic control at our career day in Prague. They were very interested in talking to young people because they say, we need to hire these young people, we need to find these young people. I think the opportunities are almost boundless. And what more interested could there be than business aviation? The technology and all the things were always on the forefront of priority, and the diversity of challenges that you meet every day.
Oh, thank you, Roger. And you can't see them, but the people we're working with here are all young. And in their own words, it's sick. Absolutely sick. They're loving it. So we've got our next guest coming along. I promise not to steal the propeller, and we'll come and find you. And from Roger's point of view, we go to one of my very, very favourite firm friends, Alistair Whyte, a corporate jet investor. So we're over to our chat with Ali.
Thank you for watching GearUp TV. Remember to like and subscribe to see more.